Hey, Avid fam. G here, quarantine authentic with blue light glasses and no makeup because what's makeup in quarantine? Um, but first off, let me apologize that I did not get to your banquet speech prepared by the time that Johnson sent that awesome video. Um, Let me share with you one last lesson in procrastination. I was going to make a video over the weekend and I pushed it to Monday, like we do, because Johnson extended the deadline. Um, and then life happened. Sorry. We took my dad to the ER Monday night, afraid his slurred speech might be a stroke. Unfortunately, they found a brain tumor. Good news is it was removed, and now we're just waiting on pathology. But needless to say, I had to push this speech even more. And I debated sharing any of this because it's rough news. And this is supposed to be a happy, inspirational send-off. But it felt disingenuous to hold back because if I've learned anything over these 4 years in AVID, it's that AVID family means being real with one another through the good times and the hard times. Sorry, I'm going to have to read this too. EJ was also so gracious to say I should wait until August. But for 4 years, you guys have shown me perseverance and resilience in the face of adversity. So how could I hold myself to a different standard? So we are going to get through this, which was already tough enough, the impossible task of trying to find the words that adequately express what I love so much about this AVID class and what will make you, as a whole, stand out for years to come. I can't talk about the class of 2020 without addressing the current situation we're in. I know we're tired of hearing about the pandemic, but without getting too political, I think it's safe to say that this pandemic and quarantine, while showing some of the best of humanity, has also brought to light just how selfish our society can be and how much people put their individual interests over the good of society as a whole. It's a small example, but I bumped into Zion when I was out walking with my mom. More accurately, he chased me down. And he talked about going through the drive-thru at Taco Bell instead of going into Subway because he did not have his mask. And I know it seems small, but it just really got me to reflect on how fiercely you guys love each other and look out for one another. I've seen you put aside your own personal struggles to encourage someone on a rough day, to tutor someone when you have your own homework to do, or even to be a shoulder to cry on as you work through your own grief. That putting others first carries beyond the walls of the AVID classroom. And as you go into the world, you're going to model how, when we look out for one another, we are stronger as a whole. I also can't help but be saddened by how divided we are right now as a nation, how much hate there is, and how we're so quickly to jump to judgments. But yet again, I'm encouraged for the future when I think of my AVID family. Even the term AVID fam just seemed a bit cheesy to me. Sorry. I'd been in the classroom and I'd built great relationships with kids, but I'd never really seen kids build trust and friendship among each other. Then enter you guys, my first AVID family. And those of you who were not in that freshman group, I still love you and think that everything I'm about to say holds true. You were a group of 20-something freshmen who were ethnically diverse, came from a range of home situations, a range of socioeconomic situations, a range of religious backgrounds, and oh my goodness, a wide range of personalities. All the different personalities. But as the year went on, especially true as the years have gone on from AVID 1 to now AVID 4, those differences started to melt away. The more that we were real with the more that we were real with each other, the more you supported each other, the more it became apparent that there's more that unites us than separates us. And while that doesn't mean we always agree or see eye to eye, you guys are able to have difficult conversations and maintain love and respect for one another. Everyone tells seniors, you're going to go change the world. But I don't know that I've ever meant it more authentically than I do now. Your love and acceptance of one another, it's infectious. And you take that out into the world. You love those communities that you're going into like you love your AVID family. And it will truly change the world for the better. Finally, I can't share all this sappy without sharing what is probably the most characteristic of this class, and it is your joy. You have brought more joy and laughter into our AVID classes. And as I sit here and picture each of you, I see you with the biggest, most radiant smiles on your face. You make us laugh. You make each other laugh. You bring joy into life in a way that I will miss so much next year. Never, never forget the overwhelming healing power of laughter and joy. As I cry. Ironic. I've always joked that my heart couldn't handle saying goodbye to this class. So maybe I'm to blame that the world shut down, so we didn't have to. But y'all were such a special group. It was never going to be goodbye anyway. We, as your AVID moms and dad with Hayes, will always have your back. Now we get to have the fun transition from teacher students to lifelong friends. We want to celebrate the highs, and we want to be there to grieve the lows. We want to keep doing life together. I love you more than my heart can handle, and I'll see you guys at graduation. Love you, class of 2020.